All right, here we go. So this is a video for recorder, and I'm going to post a link to a video that shows you all the notes as well. But I think we need to do a little bit of review. I need to do some review as well. I'm a little rusty. Let's start off with a low D, and we're going to cover all the notes from low D up to the higher D that we learned. So the D, if you'll remember, if we look at our recorder, we've got our thumb down on the thumb hole for left hand, 1, 2, 3 here. And we've got the next 3 holes covered with our right hand. That would give us a low D. So just test that note out. Okay, so we got our low D. Let's find the high D if you'll remember. That's where we take our thumb off the thumb hole. So we're only covering one note, and that's with our left hand. If the balance is feels a little bit weird, but we have to use our right hand thumb underneath to help balance it. I just moved my right hand off the hole, but still touching it to give me some extra balance. So if we compare that note to our low D, it should sound like the same note, but one's low and one's high, but it should be the same note. And then try the high one. So notice how I'm balancing this with my right thumb and this. Let's compare. So you want to be able to play those two notes. So just practice the low D and the high D. Okay. Now let's go over some other notes. So let's look at the first phrase. We've got D, D, E, D, G, and then an F sharp. So that F sharp is a new note that we need to learn. But other than that, let's go review the fingering. D, D. To get E, it's one higher. So we let go of one finger. E, and back to D. So D, D, E, D. We go to a G. That, hopefully you remember G, that's this one. Now we need to go to an F sharp. So that would be called a semitone below, because it's just sliding down from one G note just to the note that would be a black key on the piano. So F sharp, and it shows you the fingering in the video. We leave this hole after these 3 are down and the thumb. We leave the next one open. We skip a finger, so we're going to use these 2 fingers on the next 2 holes. So I'm skipping a hole, and I've got the very lowest hole open. So from G to F sharp, we put 2 extra fingers down, but just keep in mind we're skipping that hole there. So let's play G and then F sharp. And try those going back and forth between G, F sharp, G, F sharp. Do that a number of times. Okay, you want to get comfortable doing that. I'll play the first phrase, and then you're going to pause the video. See if you can do it. If you can't, work out the fingering on all the notes that I've already just explained. Okay, do it one more time. So pause the video, practice that first phrase, see if you can get it. The next phrase has the same rhythm and similar notes. Starts off the same, D, D, E, D, but it goes higher to an A and then a G. So we don't have to worry about that F sharp, but we have to go to an A and then a G. Let's hear that phrase. If you'll remember, A is thumb plus 2, and then G is here. So the whole thing from the beginning. Okay, so you're probably going to want to just be pausing this video and practicing these phrase by phrase. That's the best way to learn something if it's challenging. So I don't want to hear, oh, it was too hard. The way to learn something that's challenging is to do it a little bit at a time. Even if you can't get the whole song in one day, you could at least learn the first phrase up to the F sharp note. Practice that as many times as you can play it. If you can play something comfortably and smoothly 3 times, then you're definitely on the right track and you can probably move on. So in the next part, happy birthday. That's the big jump from low D to high D. Happy birthday, dear. So D, 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 B, D, 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 B, G, F sharp, E. So we got that. Let's try that. So D, 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 and then a B. Let's review where B is. So if we go from G, A, B, there's our B. So we're gonna have to switch from the high D to a B. That's something we need to practice. So let's go from high D to B. So wait, that's not right. Because we're going from thumb off and our middle finger down on the second hole. And then we have to put our thumb down and switch this finger here. You're going to need to pause the video and practice that. D to B. Well, okay. Once you get that, go from the low D. Okay, if you can get that far, then you're almost there. So let's look at those notes again. Got a G, F sharp, and then an E. Sorry. Okay, one more time. F sharp, and then E. So notice, so F sharp to E. You might need to practice that. And then happy. Okay, so we go to a C there. Is that right? Yeah, so C, C, B, G, A, G. So find your C note, thumb plus second hole, to B. So 2 C's, and then B, G. So C, C, B, G. Look at that fingering there. C, C, B, G, A, G. So hopefully that's helpful. I'll play it once all the way through just so you can hear it. So let's see how I do. There you go. Okay, so good luck. Happy practicing. I'll post some other videos, but this will be the main one to practice for tomorrow if you're working on Recorder. Okay. Bye, guys. Good luck.